Motorbug talks to the imaginary voices in his head.
Yay! My favorite activity. For some reason, I have to click on the bookmark I have for Twitch twice to get it to actually load. I don't know why that happens, but it's kind of funny.
Strange.
I have the same issue with one certain website as well. But yeah, that's always annoying.
Okay, it looks like we're live on both. Hooray!
Okay. So what are those links? I don't know.
Yeah, you can just link the Twitch probably. It's fine. Twitch.tv/ProjectMNexus.
Perfect. Okay, I see the YouTube link. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I like YouTube chat, so guess what I'm gonna do. Okay.
Yeah, they're the same chat.
Oh, they are? Wonderful.
Yeah, because I'm using Restream, so it pulled them both together.
Okay. Oh, well.
Oh, it's possible to zoom in on screen share. Did not know when they had that.
That's gotta be new.
Choose your character.
Oh, the stream doesn't show the Discord overlay with the game capture. That's awesome. I guess I could do display capture instead, but it's kind of annoying.
It's a bit annoying.
Oh well.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm just putting the post together and the tag there. So we're gonna go. We're gonna be up and running here. Okay, there we go. So now we'll have to see who joins in. Oh, wow, we got 6 watching now. Crazy. On YouTube.
Yay.
Okay. And 2 on Twitch. Well, we clearly know who the favorite one is there. At this point. Maybe just give a minute to let everyone...
Yeah.
Oh!
Pile in.
Yeah. Pile in. Oh, Crash is in. Yes, thank you. Hey, Crash. This menu was certainly art there. I will say that much.
Enjoy static PNG of who's on the call, because the Discord overlay doesn't capture. So.
Okay, perfect.
Hooray.
Well, that's
Better
fine.
than nothing.
Yeah, for sure. The voice you're hearing right now, I'm Lael. I am one of the Art Plus members. Somehow I got on the team at some point, and they didn't kick me out ever since. So I do a little bit of everything there in terms of file optimization, just testing, graphics work, and I guess my biggest claim to fame is the guy in the bottom left corner, Mr. Game & Watch. I did make, for the most part, his new little model. So he is Mr. Judge Game & Watch. You know, finally we have a worthy alt costume for for the little guy. So very nice to have him there. And if you fellows want to introduce yourselves as well.
Yeah, you can go, Link.
Oh. Yeah, I go by Link Tahutarasu Spirit, or Link for short. It's a bit of a mouthful, I know. Not gonna get into the history of that. I'm one of the, newer members on the team. I forget when I was brought in. It was sometime after the Ocarina of Time Link revamp first happened. Sometime after that, I was brought in. I've been involved on a few particular things. One of the notable things is the title screen revamp using the cliffside theme. That was an idea that I came up with one day and tried to do by myself at one point. Got stuck with shaders, and I shared it in the art server one day, and then it was picked up from there and fully realized. There.
Now we
The
got some
HUD
great
also.
CPU gameplay.
Yeah, there we go. The HUD was also something that I had like some minor involvement on, not necessarily the final look there, but some of mock-up work that I did kind of laid the groundwork to the push to work on it.
Yeah, there was a
So-
lot of like iteration with the HUD. We went through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so much
Let's see if we can
had to
find
happen
the
with
image.
that one.
That,
So speaking of which, Moto, what have you worked on for Project Plus?
a whole lot. So and people who have been on the stream before probably know my voice, just because I've done streams on here just talking before. Not like super recently, but I've been around. But I helped a lot with it's a lot of UI stuff in terms of the art side of stuff. So like the character select was partially me, getting the ports changed to be able to go to the bottom again. I designed the way that should look. What else did I do? I helped a lot with the random stage switch revamp, so we can have like hazards and all that now, which is oh so helpful for tournament play. Shouts to Cavadani for doing the coding on that one.
Character.
I've done a lot of just like busy work on like the stage select and
Ivysaur. Free for all.
getting everything looking the way it does now, making the newest version of the way the previews look. And then obviously the HUD as well.
Roy. Sonic.
It's like my
Three.
kind of my brainchild
1. Go.
of the way it ended up looking in the final version. I also ended up finding that Brawl scaled the battle portraits incorrectly in halves the entire time. So, oops.
That
was a very strange
hilarious,
find.
kind of. Yeah. You know, it's really funny. Sometimes we post like fixes of something, and we have to like sometimes say like, you know, this was a Brawl error. Like this wasn't us.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the funniest ones, you know, or you know, sometimes things you just find out random issues. Definitely that and maybe the Sonic smoke error were some of my favorite just glitches that we found. You
Yeah,
know.
I mean that one was
That
our
smoke
fault.
crash.
It was
Well,
very funny that KJP did it like 10 years ago and then found it, and he was like, "Oh my god."
It was all my fault. All this.
It was
time,
all my
you know?
fault.
Oh man, and we could have. If he didn't find it, we could have just deleted Sonic. You know, such a
Oh
shame.
darn.
Oh well.
Life could
but,
have been so much better.
I'm sure someone would have been very happy. Yeah, who came up with the SD card BP? I forget how that one came. Who
That one
actually
was
came
me.
up with that?
Here, I'm actually gonna put the image on the screen of like the idea, like the concept, like the flowchart image that I made when the HUD got finished.
Oh yeah,
that'd be something cool to show off.
for sure. I
Yeah.
remember loving the idea right away when I heard it. Like
Huge, hello. Large image. There you go. Look at that.
Oh, Perfect says, wait, LTS is a P plus art team member? Back when I was growing up in the Brawl community, he was so chill. Oh, well, see, you got a fan already, or a friend there, in the chat there.
Yeah, not necessarily one of the heavy hitters on the team. Many of people have put in a whole lot more than I have, but I've at least been able to contribute where I can.
I mean, definitely, you know, there's like a wide variety of skills on the team there, and you know definitely like helps with like menus and stuff like that, or just like small like touches like title screen stuff. You know, always very helpful just to like make our build a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, improve things there. You know, always very helpful. And I mean, like the one thing I'll be really happy about with like the new battle screen layout, like the BP, the icons there, is just that I can immediately tell from the moment I load up a clip if it's PM or P+.
Yeah.
Unless somebody's playing some weird visual mod, you know, that was always a thing for the longest time. Like, okay, like what version are we're playing on, like P+ or PM or like EX 360 Rex edition, you know, too many different versions there. But having our own HUD has definitely been really nice.
Yeah, you could kind of tell if you looked at the timer to see if it was starting at like 99 or if it's starting at 60 in the milliseconds, because it got changed to frames in an early P+ version. So that was the way I could tell for a while, but this is obviously a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, or just like, you know, randomly in the middle of a match, you know, hey guys, look at my sick clip, you know, and then here you go. But yeah,
Yep.
for sure. I mean, I'm sure you know that, but I didn't even know that, Moto. So
There you go.
you know, and I'm on the Art Plus team, so
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more important for like balance testing and, you know, bug fixing in relation to like frame time and stuff like that. But yeah.
yeah, for sure. I mean, in terms of bugs and stuff there. But yeah, do you have that flow chart? By any chance?
No, it's on the Twitch stream right now. I should stream a preview of the OBS window instead of.
I am totally. I had paused the YouTube stream, so I admit I wasn't looking. But yeah, that's like, you know, all the little concepts, the diamonds, and stuff there. But yeah, very helpful just to build this up to something nice and pretty.
Yeah, because like the diamond iteration, that was something that I initially thought of like back when the original 2.0 update happened, which was way before I became even a part of the team. That's when I did my first mock-up of that, and the mock-up that you see of it with the red link and then the first image with the Toon Link stuff is like later down the line with the Red OT Link one being the final mock-up, and then the Toon Link one being an attempt of mine to actually bring it into the game. Yeah, which is the starting out point where the model work.
No contest.
Sure. But yeah, so in terms of everything there, I thought we maybe could also just talk about some of the previous patches there. Maybe it makes sense to just kind of go with some of the latest patchwork there and just kind of talk about some of the things we did art-wise there. I mean, 3.1.5 didn't have too much aside from Mr. Game & Watch being the judge costume. And I say that even though, you know, well, technically that was like the thing I worked on, you know, for about, I would say, a month and a half, maybe, or, I mean, at least pure judge. Aside, not counting all of the sort of troubleshooting that existed beforehand there.
Yeah.
Trying to find the right idea. And I mean, to be fair, nobody else in Brawl Modding has come up with something satisfactory. I saw someone in the chat mention Miss Game & Watch there, which for voice lines on the announcer we're just not gonna do. You know, it's just no sexism, just, you know, we're limited by voice lines here. If EX or someone else makes alternate voice lines, and well, it's not even a canon costume, but that's the extent of Miss Game & Watch.
Yeah,
at least
I think there was a reason why the PMDT was like no clear other characters when making reskins.
Yeah, they did have that. Actually, you know, this is a kind of a perfect jumping off point there. I'm going to jump ahead there, but I did have a question submitted in advance, so I'm just going to pull it up now because we're talking about this exact topic. You know, so from Darquaza 306, hey P+ Art Team, should we expect any more character swap costumes in the future? whether they have a costume set like Morpho Knight and Naked Snake, or they're one-offs like Funky Kong, Metal Knuckles, and Galactonite. And maybe they're giving a bit of a wish. They'd love to see Metal Sonic one day in P+. So yeah, I guess we can talk about that sort of philosophy. So, I mean, yeah, we kind of have Naked Snake and Morpho, or Naked Snake and Morpho Knight and Galactonite in the build, but do we think there will be more of those in the future?
I think if it lines up creatively, then like maybe, but usually not. And if it is, it's usually on a button alt, just so it doesn't have to. It's a little hidden away. But like I can see Sonic getting Metal Sonic for one of his button alts, but it's not a.
Sonic has a lot of like options. Yeah, Sonic's
Yeah.
locked and loaded. He's pretty filled. I'm sure
There's,
someone
like,
could port that EX costume to him. Maybe someone already has in the wider community there. But yeah, I mean, for Knuckles, it was a fun thing. We didn't really, once we moved Treasure Hunter up to a official costume there, we kind of had a slot there. So yeah, we did like the Metal Knuckles design.
Yeah, and it already existed because
Oh,
I think SJ just did it for a commission. Then he was like, "Hey, you guys want to put it in the game?" And we were like, "Yeah, okay."
yeah. I mean, Naked Snake is kind of I mean, yeah, technically he's a different character, but he's also Snake, so it's, you know, in the weird Metal Gear Solid canon, he's acceptable. And you know, Morpho Knight is kind of a grandfathered in alternate at this point there, like, because he existed in PM.
Yeah,
there was never any discussion to cut this guy.
It was a Meta Knight concept from the like official side of things, so it wasn't a different character yet. So I think he's fine.
Yeah, he has grandfather privileges. Although I will say I know there's at least one potential additional hidden costume in the long future, like years away maybe, that could occur for a certain character. So I wouldn't hold your breath, but you know, definitely, you know, when it lines up creatively, there is definitely the chance that you know, a slightly retooled character, a Funky Kong or a Galactonite could always show up again there. And we may stretch that creatively actually for you know, characters wearing their friends' outfits or something like that. I can think of actually another concept we might have in the future there. I mean, yeah, we do have Sonic and Jet Set Sonic for sure. So.
And Jet Set Sonic, after his introduction into Project M, basically just became a staple of Sonic modding community. He's all over.
And kind of canon, which is funny.
Yeah, he's like in almost every single like 3D Sonic game that has mod support. Someone has put Jet Set Sonic into it.
I mean, when
Sega put Jet Set into Forces, and then we were like, okay, cool.
Yeah, someone's pushing for us. Hideki likes it, so you know, how much more official can you get there?
Yeah.
I'm just looking in the chat for questions. Any new plans regarding Hooded Marth? No comment.
Jump scare.
Would be sick to have King D Mind for DDD. I'm not familiar with King D Mind. If that's Kirby Air Riders or something. I haven't looked at that yet.
I think that is like one of the fighting games. I think.
Oh, he's kind of like King DDD with that like weird spiky helmet on. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we kind of already got the metal mask like hidden thing on him there. You know, he's close, but oh yeah, and ILP going Snake is a clone, so close enough. Yeah, like Snake is literally a clone of Naked Snake.
Yeah, the history of Snake kind of makes his appearances a bit more looser to go with, since there's like just different snakes. Granted, it's like Brawl, it's a very specific snake that it's supposed to be, but I think he draws influence from some of the other snakes, even in official.
Yeah, and someone's asking about, you know, Roy, if we have anything new for Roy there. Not really yet to announce at this point there. I mean, you know,
there's like
Roy. Yeah, there's a lot of good concepts out for Roy though.
Yeah, like there's ideas for the Fire Emblem characters. It's just that nothing ready to really show off.
Yeah, they're probably one of the ones that take a lot of effort there because they, especially with the mobile games, there's always new concepts coming out for them.
There's so many ideas that could be picked from for any of those three.
Yeah, Fire Emblem is cooking right now. They're just none of them are ready yet, but
yeah,
they're in the works.
So, yeah, for sure.
Some are more ready than others, but there's still a ways to go for them still.
Hooded Roy, yeah. I mean, technically, it's Elwood who wears the hood, as far as I remember. So, you know.
His famous moment of Weenie disguises.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
I have a confession for you guys. I've made Hooded Roy because the player in my scene wanted a Roy with a hood. I'm so sorry.
Look, we did make a promise to give every character a hooded alt. So we're like what? We're 2 out of 42.
Icy's count, right?
Yeah, Icy's have a hood. That is a hood on them. They are wearing a hood. I can't is
she kinda?
That's a bit debatable on that front.
3.5.
Yeah. I don't know how we could do hooded Samus. Oh yeah, that is technically a hood, you know.
Then there's hooded Diddy Kong.
Oh, here's a question, a good one. Have the concept art folks been bouncing any move anim concepts? If you can't say anything about that, I mean, yeah, we do have people on our team who are more focused on animations there. Like, one of the cool animations that we brought in a while back was like Link's new intro animation.
And the Ocarina animation.
Oh yeah.
Point.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's sometimes like a mix of like, you know, if the competitive side needs a new animation for something, we be more focused on that. But otherwise, we kind of, you know, work on what's there, and they're always cooking something there, and maybe that will become clear later why they might be cooking for certain things today there.
Yeah, because like there are some animations that have been being workshopped. They've been shared in the server.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so So we kind of talked about what was in 3.1.5, which was really Judge, Game, and Watch there. A few minor touches here and there. Although our last big art push was really the 3.1 to 3.12 updates there. So, like event matches there. Like that was, like Mock really cooked on these ones.
Yeah. A lot of work put in on that. Awesome.
Like Mock, like I can't say it, like if you see how Mock works, like on stuff, like they were the perfect person to do something like event matches there, because they're a good mix of modding, art, and competitive. So
have you seen that?
You know, they that's troublesome. But yeah, like they know enough about modding to make something that's fun for all sort of skill ranges there. Ooh man, Moto, having some trouble there. Getting warmed up on things.
He's a Sonic main, not a Mario main.
Mario was my original secondary in like 2013.
Oh really?
Very nice. This is an art stream. Your competitive accomplishments mean nothing here. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, my Mario hasn't done shit.
Yeah, but yeah, like if Mock ever announces they're working on something and like they're like working away at it there, and like events basically was like months long, just like, hey, working on this, got all the previews, restoring certain Brawl ones there, all really good. Now we just have to make sure that if we ever do anything that would require the event screens to update, that we make sure that they're included. I think we had that with was Pikachu? Was there a Pikachu update there that... Yeah, like when we were updating Pikachu, I think Mock had already done some of the screenshots.
Oh yeah, the Pikachu revamp.
Yeah, and if we ever revamp a character or a costume, they're in event matches. We're gonna have to remember to do that there. So, you know, a lot of coordination between different folks to get that sort of thing just right there. Are there any goals after getting 18 costumes per character? Is a question in the chat there. Yeah, probably we'll want to maybe go higher than 18 at some point there. That actually kind of fits in with another question I was given in advance. Well, this is, I'll just say, like, yeah, 18 is a nice spot right now where we have enough to build for certain characters there. It's a good round spot there. But you know, even getting to past 18 for certain characters, which is something I'll say we are looking at there, like we want to do at some point there, but like even getting to 18 sometimes is hard because you think, oh, it's just one extra color for this, you know, costume there. Like, okay, well, what does that color look like there? Is there overlap between someone else there? And ILP, good luck getting Ness, Jigs, and Snake to 18 with C8 quality CSPs. Yeah, that's
one of the challenges.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think there's things that could be done with Snake and Ness. Puff, I have no idea about Puff and how it's going to be there. But
Puff has been one of the least
RSP
workshopped characters. In Classic
Yeah,
PM,
exactly.
just has been turned a blind eye to.
Eventually, Jigglypuff will be looked at one day. And maybe we'll look at additional costumes or hats or what have you there, or maybe like Pikachu in alt costume. But yeah, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Jigglypuff, if the balance team buffs Puff and she's top tier, then you know maybe we'll work on her some. Or if somebody starts winning a lot, you know, we're easily swayed by popular costumes in tournaments. Is what I'll say.
I saw someone ask about plans to add new assist trophy stuff. We've briefly thought of the idea on what we could do for something like a new assist trophy or new items. No active work has been done for the assist trophy front, at least. Just talking about like a character we might want to see for it and the like.
Yeah, it's a lot of work for something that most people aren't gonna see.
Yeah, like I'll say as much as, like, you know, it's really easy to throw item ideas or assist trophy ideas because we have like item EX, which was like a huge accomplishment and, you know, just really amazing. You know, there's especially for items there is a file size limit as well that we are gonna hit eventually, I believe. So in the big item file, that is gonna be a problem one day. So, you know, Double Cherry was kind of like, you know, I can't even believe that got made. Like,
I can't believe it works.
The fact that it is possible is amazing, and actually does bring up the possibility of one other item that I can think of. If you know anything about your Brawl development, you might have an idea as to what that might be.
I don't, but I'm looking forward to any work on it. So I don't know what
remember...
LTS is talking about.
Well, it's like an item that has a reference in Brawl, but no files other than that one text reference.
Oh, interesting. Okay, you gotta talk about this on the side, maybe. But I see.
I know there's been some work on it. I don't know how much has happened to it since the last time I saw.
Oh, perfect. Here's a good art style one. I wonder, is the art direction guaranteed to stay pretty solidly in the realm of feeling like a Brawl mod? Some models have already had revamps, and it makes me wonder how much is guaranteed to stay. Ooh, that's a really good question. I think you're not going to see anything too different than what exists in Brawl. Like, definitely our sort of like main texture, like SJS. He definitely like, you know, you can always kind of tell it's his kind of texturing there, but like, you know, we can't rock the boat too much. Like, a good example is like Ivysaur had all of her costumes, and I call Ivysaur a girl. Just
It's canon.
Well, that's just
my
something,
choice.
that's something the Project M team at the very least did for its running.
Yeah, like we had the chance for Ivysaur because all of the costumes were on the SD card. We had the chance to do a full revamp of the colors because of that there, and we did. Like we changed the default color, we changed every color. We actually redid them all because, you know, the PM ones were kind of showing their age. But
Yeah,
like,
they were done
other than
pretty
that,
early
it was
on.
just color. Yeah, they were early on colors. Like the other ones, like Squirtle and Charizard, for example, like they're still good. Like I don't see any big reason to update them. But yeah, it's like to do a character or art style, like to do a character revamp, we need to be pretty justified in doing it. Like, you know, is this gonna, all this effort gonna be worthwhile? I don't always like worry about file size there, but sometimes I just do like, you know, is it really worth all this to do it there?
It's also just a lot of work in general. Like,
Yeah.
like Pikachu with an exception because he just kind of looked like shit in Brawl.
Yeah, like Pikachu was bad, you know, and
also a lot of his hats got touched up as well, which
Yeah.
partially warranted it as well. Then
Yeah,
he
so,
also
like-
got his ult.
yeah, like we knew like if we were gonna do an alt with like more details, like it would just look better to have better fur. So yeah, it's like Team Rocket Pikachu definitely was great sort of choice there.
Revamp also brought in the tail swap mechanic that you can do to be able to do.
Tail swap is one of my favorite little just, you know, I can't believe we threw it in sort of situations. It came pretty late in development. In like our somewhat desire to have a lot more female tails, but like just, you know, kind of, how should I say, like not wanting to
completely change how the existing costumes were presented.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Just giving people the option there. So I remember just throwing out the idea, like, what if people could choose what tail they wanted? So, you know, I'm really happy. There was one time on Reddit, like some people said, like, I can't believe like they put it through, and it, you know, I only did a minor part in that I redid all the costumes on the build, but like to include both tails, and then tested it. But that we managed to get it in was really nice there. I mentioned that Jigs doesn't have much in the pipeline, but she seems like the next best character to give a model update there. You know, I'll admit that's true. Like, Jigs probably does deserve a model update at some
of
point
the
there.
vanilla Brawl characters,
Yeah.
at least, yeah.
Yeah, vanilla characters. Yeah, like Jigs would be up there.
The tricky
It's
part
just-
with Jigglypuff is what approach to go, because as we've seen when looking at various materials, like there have been vastly different interpretations on how Jigglypuff looks in official media, like the Detective Pikachu movie, as opposed to like the various games.
Why does she have fluff? It's so weird to me.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Chill. Like, I could see us maybe, you know, eventually once we're closer to final costumes with other people, eventually there might be motivation to do it there. Oh, yeah, this is less of an art question, but it comes to mind with Item EX. Are we going to see Spicy Curry back in addition to Turbo?
Has been something that we have talked about at least before.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think we'd have to restore a bunch of animations to the build that were cut out. So that's probably where things... It would be nice, for sure.
And so it's like, obviously the Brawl characters, their animations for I think all still exist in the file, so I haven't checked every single character on that front. I have checked...
We might have cut Sonic, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe. I know that I've checked the PM and Project Plus newcomers there. They all have animations for it. I don't think Mewtwo's is properly made for him. I think that's probably just still Lucario's. I think that's probably the same for all of them. I think it's all just who they're cloned of. So Knuckles has Sonic's and Roy has Marth's there. So it's like they have the slots there. Some touch-up work might need to be done for that.
We gotta look into Castle Siege later. I don't know why this crashed in the event, but
I think I saw something weird going on there, but yeah, we'll note that down. And Castle Siege crash event mode. Might be something with the modules there, but we'll take a look there. But I see a comment. Have you guys considered changing Hooded Marth to be based off the new mystery of the emblem design instead of the Brawl one? No comment on Hooded Marth at this point. There, we're sworn to secrecy on Hooded Marth at this point here.
Marth himself is a loaded topic when it comes to costumes.
Yeah, we could have an entire stream for talking about and debating Hooded Marth if we wanted, but
An entire debate stream.
yeah, the second phase failed to load or something. Yeah, we'll figure it out there. What happened? At that point, but oh Moto, are you playing Hooded Marth on stream?
I mean, it's only right. It's our proudest breach that we didn't.
Our. Look, I made the recolors for it in TE, so
yeah,
I stand by those I stand by the recolors. You know, if anything happens to those recolors, I hope whatever happens, those recolors are continued in spirit, is what I'll say at this point.
I mean, I play Hooded Marth when I play Marth in tournament. I'll admit it.
Yeah, I do a lot of testing with Red Hooded Marth. If you can tell my icon, you know, it's basically the same color as Red Hooded Marth.
Yeah, just in Smash 3C style, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I basically split my time between Smash 3C and Plus art stuff there. And sometimes I bring things from one into the other there, especially if I find a random model issue or what have you there.
Yeah.
I do have a few other questions from just submitted in advance that I'll talk about there. Well, Soli is in the chat, I believe, but also did submit a question in advance. Are there any plans to work on characters who haven't gotten any cosmetic updates since Legacy TE? Characters like Ike, Fox, Bowser, etc. Yeah, definitely. I'll say this much: like everything's being worked on in certain levels. I mean, we did just do Game & Watch, so you know he was not been updated for
A very
new
long
costumes. You know, there we go. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just a matter of like with Captain Falcon, we did Super Falcon, that got done, and we kind of wanted to do Retro Falcon at the same time. It just, you know, everyone's volunteer unpaid schedule didn't work out, so Super Falcon got released first, and then the Retro Falcon revamp got released later. Like, sometimes it's nice to finish off a character and say, this character is done, in terms of their 3 costumes, or their recolors, or what have you. But, you know, we know certain characters are aching for new content there. We're not gonna leave people starving too long.
No, we're gonna add 10 more Sonic costumes.
Okay, but can they all be Racing Suit Sonic?
No.
Damn it.
They're all going to be based on Sonic EXE. Thank you.
Oh god.
Oh, no. Oh, that's the last thing we need.
Break the targets.
There's enough of that on the internet as well as it is.
Whenever Lyn gets added in the next 20 years, you have my permission to ignore the PMCC recolors entirely, as the person who made the PMC catch when I was 13 or 14. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You know, when I've retired from my job and I'm working on P+ full time, and we're finally getting to Lyn at that point there.
And then we can say it's been 3,000 years.
Yeah, for sure. But in terms of that there, when will we get Rock Wall and Fire Capital and P Plus Kappa? Oh yeah, I kind of did that April Fool's joke with Hyperbian Harbor. But yeah, like I do love Rivals. They have some good stage layouts too. So it's kind of more on the competitive side there. Like if someone on the balance side said like, hey, we definitely want this layout there, and it happens to look like the Rivals 2 layout, then that gets a bigger priority. But you know, could we steal those layouts later if we wanted to make a new stage slot? Probably. I say this as someone who literally has the Ho Dojo ripped from Rivals 2 in his personal build.
Yeah, the stages, especially the comp themed ones, just tend to get a lot of work done once they're being used in tournament. Especially if the skin is like less than ideal. Then we like
yeah, big impetus for our revamps on Frigate Orpheum, Frigate Husk as it is now. You know, definitely just giving a bit more variety and some cool look, because Hyrule Metals is kind of just a mishmash of different stages. A Viridi color for Pit? Pit does have a Viridi color. It's his second green color. It's somewhat Viridi inspired. I can confidently say that as the person who made it.
It just might not be as direct as some interpretations of such a color might be.
Yeah, for sure. It was more designed to be an alternate green team. That some Viridi inspiration is less direct on that one there. And well,
some of the green colors is that some of them are maybe more subtle than you might realize.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll pull up another question that was put in by maybe Greg just beforehand. It's a two-part question. So his first one is Pokemon Trainer Alt when. Pikachu already has 2 of those, Greg. So
True.
We're good. And then his second question, his serious one, is we've come a long way since Seabliss. Is there anything that the restrictions since then being lifted has made more difficult? Yeah, like there's still file size limits, and you know, at least RSP loading looks a little bit more feasible because I understand it's in Rex. It seems much more workable now. We haven't implemented it, and maybe we'll have to at a certain point there, but I think it's fair to say until we absolutely need it, we're not gonna maybe implement RSP loading unless it's perfect. It works pretty much 99% the same, but and at the end of the day, it's like creative inspiration. I've been working on more colors for a certain character that would go beyond 18. I'll say that. And I worked on adding at least 2 more, with maybe not they get included in P+, like just workshopping, but they were at least 2 distinct colors, like, and it was tough, like, and then I went, like, I wanted to do 3, not necessarily saying that, you know, any number is our final number, but I wanted 3 distinct additional colors that we could choose from or use, and you know, you'd be surprised, like, you know, despite how long PM modding has been, certain colors or certain costumes just haven't gotten the care that would be needed to expand further, like, and trying not to overlap with additional colors that are already in the build, like having them be distinct and unique is really important. Just putting colors in for the sake of colors is kind of boring and kind of lame, so that's something we're trying to avoid for sure at this point.
Yeah, we already have like a few EX costumes in like the modders pack. Just like things just get made and they get put in there. Well, we don't have a spot for them in the game itself.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely been helpful. Yeah, like I I probably could have done that for the 2 colors I made for Judge Game & Watch. Not that it's very difficult to make them, but
Yeah, I mean, that one's a little harder to implement in that kind of distribution, just because of the way Game Watch works. But
Yeah.
exactly.
the renders at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think. Oh, yeah, the renders probably aren't there.
Yeah. But EX Sonic Alt's joke is funny. It also rewrites Red Wings cups on the color all kind of official Smash style. Yeah, I think we're gonna avoid EXE Sonic. I don't think we've done some deep cuts on, I should say, on color references before, but I am not willing to go to Sonic EXE sort of realm.
I think there's a lot better Sonic material to work with than having to delve there.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
I wanted to bring up
That
one of the questions that was posted a little earlier. The difference between the PM 3.6 and P+ like art styles, especially for costumes. We get a lot of like not like a fair bit of criticism for being more like dull in terms of like the tones used nowadays. But I think that's kind of what they would want to have gone for in the past, especially people who are on the original PMR team who are now on RR team making those decisions. So I think that's just where it would have progressed to naturally either way.
Yeah, because like if you were to compare like PM Ocarina Time Link to the current Ocarina Time Link, there was definitely a saturation difference for the colors, but that seems to work more in favor for the texture work of them.
Yeah, I think sometimes people forget like certain colors in Brawl are actually much brighter and saturated than they remember. Like I can think of certain things like Wolf's white costume in Brawl, and like Lucas's blue costume actually is pretty bright in terms of like the bright blue stripes he uses there. So
The blue and white.
yeah, the blue and white one there. So I remember looking at that one just to see like how bright blues are on that costume there. So you know, just something to keep in mind there is like, you know, characters
and
can
then
have different levels of brightness and saturation in Brawl itself.
Yeah, and like one of my favorite comparisons would be Brawl Link's red to Toon Link's red. They are vastly different colors, and one looks a lot better than the other. At least to me.
Definitely, yeah, for sure. But and yeah, I'm just taking a look at some of the other questions there that have been answered there. I can't always answer certain things right away, you know, or you know, I may not be the best person to answer certain things there. But yeah, like taking a look at our last art patch in 3.1.0, just taking a look at some of the other additional things we did. So, I mean, one of the nice things that we did, you know, the retro Captain Falcon. Oh, and well, you were just showing off Sorcerer's Ivysaur, or Hex Maniac Ivysaur, I should say. It used to be called Sorcerer's Ivysaur there, but this is definitely like I love Ivy, so yeah. We updated branding there, and all the ghost effects were really nice for things. I recently just posted in the yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess she's part ghost type now. It's all part of the deal. But yeah, all the ghost effects there, the purple leaf effects.
I love the orb.
Yeah.
Finally, something to ponder.
Ponder the orb, yeah, definitely. And I recently posted in the graphics channel that the leaves are repurposed from PD Piranha. They are the same.
Which I somehow did not realize that until that post.
Oh, you didn't? No.
I don't think I did. Probably. It's like hard to say, but it's like I just saw the thing like, huh? How about that?
Well, since you're putting up a good old Sega Kid Sonic, that was
Even more
such a
graphic
relief
hell.
to get this. You know, such a relief to get this costume into reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took long enough.
You know, it's probably this is probably the biggest like deep cut we've done for a costume, I would say. Like, but it is a cool design there, and it's sort of like had PM continued, they probably wanted to do this at some point there. So
Yeah, because we've all probably seen the concept art that has both the design for Sega Kid and then the beat Sonic that they eventually went with. As the first real alt thing, or I guess technically semi-alt, since there was only one color in Project M.
And it took a whole lot of innovations to get the per color trail effects and whatnot finally in the game.
Yeah, those are tricky to work with.
After many years of requests, but yeah, I slaved away at these for like multiple weeks between the two Sonic fellas, and I'm glad it's there now. It looks a whole lot better.
Oh,
Yes, it
ZipSnap
does.
asks, I've been out of the loop since 2016. Any innovations with modding or cool new tools? Yeah, a
few.
huge amount. A few.
Quite a few innovations.
You know, we've got things like, you know, Costume EX, Track EX, stocks only in one place. We've got
They completely overhauled long list
I-
system.
Item EX, Hazard Toggle, yeah, the new stageless system. Yeah, there's a few things, you know. Definitely check out the P+ modding resources if you haven't. Oh, so here's a good question. Fendrana seems like a way more impressive stage than Frigate Husk. Did you ever consider making Fendrana the main stage and Husk the alt? I know a lot of scenes actually have been playing Fendrana on the main slot. They've moved it to main.
I think we've talked about it a little bit internally. It just hasn't been done.
Yeah, I think it's
yet.
been discussed.
Yeah, because like Fendrana was made by like, well, primarily made. Neza had a lot of help, but it is Neza's stage. Neza wasn't officially in Art Plus, although we helped with like testing and stuff and just getting the file size of it down there. It could happen, you know. It's kind of like, you know, the R alt is there at least there, so if certain scenes want to do it, you know, I definitely understand it.
I'm just at least glad that we even have a proper Fendrana stage in the build now instead of what it used to be before.
Yes, yeah, and I do agree with Noble Duke of New York. Yeah, it's a two cake situation. You know, we got like just two amazing alts there.
Hit him with a
stage,
full
like,
Twitch name.
Yeah, I definitely did.
This is Duke.
like, oh, it is Duke. Oh,
Yeah, it's Duke It Out.
It's
Yeah.
Duke It Out.
Yeah,
Okay, wonderful. Okay. I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't know if that was Duke's normal name, but like, you know, I definitely love it when people are playing more on the R alts there. It feels like Fendrana. Sometimes I see Temple of Time being played a little bit more, which is always good.
Because that was a stage you guys had in the works for quite a long time. I remember seeing some work in progress stuff when I first showed up before it really picked up.
So, Perfect System DX asks, how far is P+ allowed to go with regards to rocking the PM boat? In terms of art, we've revamped a ton of PM costumes, like Retro Falcon, Casino, well, not Casino Luigi, but Mr. L, Retro Falcon,
OT Link.
OT Link, yeah,
Yeah.
Link, Sheik, and to a lesser extent Zelda, all
Ganon.
revamped.
OT Ganon.
Oh, again, OT Ganon, yeah. Sorry, I was.
And I think Pig Ganon also got some updates as well. Granted, he didn't release in Project M, but I
Yeah.
believe it was
Yeah,
planned
he
for
was
it.
PM guy.
Yeah, I mean, we're very careful when we update them there. Like, you know, there could be further PM costume updates in the future.
Oh yeah,
and we-
Samus. So it's also...
Zero Suit, technically, I guess.
Samus
Yeah, like, we're always pretty careful there. Like, Shogun DDD as well was a pretty good revamp and a very necessary revamp. Like, in terms of Shogun kind of lagged a bit there, so he wasn't necessarily the best performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, outset Link there. Yeah,
the
like
thing with
tons.
With when we do those revamps is that we're usually very respectful in terms of like the source. Like usually the process is whenever we like revamp a costume, if the original creator isn't already in there, we usually like consult them about it at least, or let them know that like it's happening in a lot of cases, and like try to get their feedback and input on stuff. In most of these cases, if they're still like around and not just off the internet completely, which does happen.
Yeah, I mean, certain costumes, you know, I'm not saying PM costumes, but like, you know, in certain cases, like Astromar from being Deep Space Olimar, like we didn't necessarily consult because it was we felt this was like, okay, this is a replacement costume. This isn't a revamp of the existing. So like, I don't know, maybe if that ever were to happen again, you know, like definitely, you know, when we say it's a 2.0 costume, I in my modding history, I do kind of get uncomfortable sometimes with like saying, oh, this is a revamp, this is an improved version. So yeah, definitely trying to get people's feedback where we can is very helpful. Like we definitely worked with the Pig Ganon creator who did the original. He was pretty involved with just, you know, checking us out to make sure it fit his vision.
Yeah,
not that we edited too much on it.
I think they also provided source files when they had them.
Oh yeah, for the recolor. Yeah, that might have been. I wasn't as involved with the recoloring, but yeah, like that definitely helped with getting the recolor of Yuga Ganon. And if we ever expand further, that would be very helpful for just any further colors on Pig Ganon there.
Which there is material for that.
Yeah,
it was difficult
so in terms
to
of what the
settle
line
on one.
is, there isn't really. I don't want to say nothing sacred, but like, you know, we just want the best that we can be, and we know like some of these things are old and, you know, may have been made just, you know, there's just been a lot of skill build up since then, so, you know, things could get revamped at any point there.
But obviously we also have a lot of respect for the OG PM team as a whole, especially because we have multiple of those people on the team currently, so kind of hard not to.
We know for sure what PMFD was going to look like in the background, or is the generic Space BG placeholdery. The current background on the Final Destination R-Alt, at least in terms of what we have there, is there. I think there was. This stage was mainly made in TE, and it's a brilliant stage. I love it. We don't know what PM would have done, I should say, like, had they made this stage, because it was really only concepted out there. I think.
Yeah, we only really have the two pieces of concept art, one of the projected stage design, and then one of the final one, which this is based on.
But yeah, like, in terms of this stage itself, like, I think. Now I was part of the TE team that made this, but I believe there were performance issues if we had more background elements, because this was ripped from Subspace. Yeah, so this is the background as it is right now, and, you know, maybe if the stage got more optimized, that could change. But, you know, I'm pretty happy with the stage as it is. Like, I love it there. If it gets revamped and gets a better background, then, you know, it's like a double cake situation.
Yeah. Feels like it's nice to actually, you know, have it be an actual thing, as opposed to just concept art. Yeah,
and a good thing, an example of the concept art was, like, Hex Maniac Ivysaur. Like, the Witch Ivysaur was a concept that was done in PM. The T+ team kind of, you know, when they were around, they made that costume with some folks. And it was pretty much one-to-one with the PM concept art, and then we actually deviated from the PM concept art, so it's definitely not sacred concept art there. Like, concept art is just an idea, and one of our things that we wanted to try and do was make a costumes for the Pokemon that were based on trainer alts. So Team Rocket Pikachu was one, and Hexmaniac Ivysaur became the second one that we did. So that was really nice to just sort of fit the theming together. That these are both alts based on trainers. Hexmaniac definitely being a little bit more generic because there's only been 2 of those in the Pokemon canon. But hey, we got it.
It's like I think the class type has existed for a while, but it's like primarily based on I think 2 iterations. I think one's Gen 3, but I don't remember.
Yeah, Gen 3 and Gen 5 are the inspirations. Those are the main 2 Hexmaniacs that exist out there. And I mean, also we were, Moto, you were just playing with Hooded Diddy Kong, a great revamped costume from the PM modding history there. Our best hooded costume.
Yeah. Ian brought up making that PMFD the default. And we might eventually. I think, and not to leak too hard, but I think we might clean it up a little. And then maybe once that happens, I can see it getting swapped over. But it's a fairly big decision just because it's been this one for so long.
Yeah, like just like kind of with Fendrana, like just swapping to a main slot is like you're gonna have some detractors, some fans there, but
Yeah. Like
I'm always a fan of using the R alts there, like they exist for a good reason there, and they're very nice to have when they're available there. Yeah, in Perfect System DX, I feel it's really funny how much of an impact on choices like that is Dumb Kid being active in the mod scene there. Yeah, so like choices from like people a decade ago,
Yeah.
It's a balance between respecting and sort of just saying like, we can try something else here. We're gonna keep going. Oh, and Shy asks, have you guys thought of altering Luigi's Mansion's base platform? Similar to what I did with it. I haven't, because I'm not the stage guy, I may not have looked at that there, Shy, but with all stages, we always take a look at what the people who are working on stages definitely always look at the community there and see adjustments there. So maybe Luigi's could get further updates there.
Yeah, I don't think this will be the final form of Luigi's, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
I know that there's been work done on various Luigi-related stage stuff. So like I think I've seen like some work done on how the roof is textured there, for instance.
Yeah, so yeah, it could be minor like that, it could be further, it's kind of just in the works there, but
yeah, so
definitely not our final form there at that moment.
I love the little booths on the stage. Greatest addition to maybe any stage that we've ever done.
That's very nice.
Love these guys.
Like in terms of like, and this is something I've kind of always thought of, like for any one-to-ones, like especially on like another slot, like what could we put there? Like I don't know, like this is just me throwing something out because I've never even talked with the team, but like could we do like a Pokemon version with like Ghastly or like something else, like or some other like ghost creatures for like if we did an R alts there, like our current R alts for Luigi's Mansion don't really have anything that copy that.
Oh, dude, that lighting does not look right. I don't think that's normal.
This is not normal. Why does it look like that?
Okay, well, we're finding
the platforms also look kind of dark.
I think the platforms are correct. I think it's just everything else around is bright. This is probably a dolphin bug, not a game bug, if I were to guess.
Yeah, I do not recall this looking like this before.
I'll check different backends after the stream and see if it's a backend specific thing. Because it's interesting.
Okay,
I
well,
haven't checked on Wii, but I don't think it looks like that on Wii.
We've been playing this skin on Wii for the past like month at the local, so it definitely.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear. Okay, dolphin bugs. Okay, bug, dolphin. Okay, see, we're learning so much already here.
Yeah.
Just being on stream.
I think I went to the stage because I think we can add like little Navis to the platforms here.
Now, yeah, Navis would be fun. Yeah, like little
Navi
fairies.
/ just fairies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the boos have different like expressions there, and Navi kind of just has like I guess the fluttering, but
Yeah,
you know.
no, I think all it really needs to do is flutter. I think that's fine.
Navi also does change colors depending on certain factors.
Oh, true. Yeah, it definitely could be a good addition there, but we haven't necessarily talked too much on alts there for that there. Maybe, you know what, young Zelda could turn around for
And also
what you
shrink.
do.
Young Zelda would need a better model for that one.
Why is she so
True
tall?
there.
It's
That is-
using adult Zelda.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
Oh no. Oh, all right. I restored the eyes.
Right,
Yeah.
we fixed that part. But
Yeah,
there's... It's still not
It's not great.
great. You're not really supposed to zoom in
What are
on
you
her.
leaning on? What are you leaning on, Zelda? This is
On cope.
Clearly the invisible box from the mime stuff. She's playing them.
Ganondorf is
Geometry
back there.
Caught.
Caught, we're frauds. You know,
Fraud.
time
Fraud
to
plus.
fraud plus. Oh wait, where's the window gone? There's not a
One-sided
window.
Calling moment.
One-sided visibility.
It's fake window.
Well, it's a
Pose
fake
it.
It's like Windows
castle
11.
when you really get down to it.
Yeah, the architecture here is total. Where's the water coming from? Oh well, you know, time to cut our salaries for modding. Where's the water
Ours-
going?
The salaries
Going a
of
bit
zero-
lower than 0.
cents.
For sure. Just taking a look at other things we've added recently.
New Bow Wow.
Oh, Bowser's Castle. Such a good update there. Like, we just kept doing more. Like, we updated the competitive layout. We updated the main layout, or the white. Well, the original layout, I should say. Like
Yeah,
the
the for fun
bombs
layout.
there, the fun layout. But yeah, like I'm so glad the performance is much better on this stage now.
Yeah.
That wall on the side really, it's putting in the work. You know, it's cutting
Yeah.
off all the lava there.
And it's much less of an eyesore than the original version was with the lava. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's straight
we
up.
settled on a really good tone for it, I think. A lot of,
Yeah, for sure.
a surprising amount of iterations on that. You gotta
I
look
mean,
right.
And
We have the blue lava, we have the red lava, we've got like the Rumble Falls alts. Like we got color choices for everyone at this point here. In terms of that there.
like that Koopa in the background is a bit more animated than I think he used to be.
Duke's asking us
Poor
to
guy.
show off a thwomp if people haven't seen it before. Oh, like the bridge coming out. That's new, right? That was.
Yeah,
that
I
was
don't think
good.
that was in the original.
Well, I know the animation at least definitely got some rework done, so it might have existed, but I think it was a
Yeah,
bit
like look at
rougher.
those thwomp faces.
It looks
You
like it's from
sleep in there.
like a Switch game. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's such high quality. And he wakes up. Oh, he detects you. He can tell you're there. Oh, yeah, you got good. The shadow, the red shadow kills me. The rumbling. And well, we don't have. Wait. Well, I don't have the sound on the screen, but the Bowser laugh when you SD is always great.
No, it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
And that is never getting for anyone who's asking. It's staying permanently. That it's too bad we couldn't program a way that Bowser doesn't laugh at like himself, but or maybe that could be done. But it
I
wasn't.
mean, maybe it's like Bowser's brother from Mario 2 or something.
Oh yeah, the other Bowser, the fake Bowser.
No contact.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in like the original Lost Levels there was literally a character referred to as Bowser's brother. I think I don't fully know, but yeah, it's like a fake Bowser. I think.
Oh, the good old North American instruction manuals.
Yeah. Going to only single player is just going to time mode, and then it lets you queue in by yourself. And it'll do infinite time automatically. Very useful for warming up at tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, here's a good question. How long were revamps like Temple of Time and Bowser's in development before the decision was made for new recommended stages? Were they always planned to fit a new stage list? Well, Temple of Time is literally just Castle Siege, which was, Castle Siege was the original Temple of Time layout there, so we were kind of very fortunate.
Yeah, this was already getting used at the time. And there's so much thing with Frigga too, where it was like they were already getting used in lists, and we just gave them a new coat of paint so they look better.
Yeah.
And we can like restore Castle Siege to its original form.
Yeah, that was I was really happy about that one, like getting Castle back to its original. And then later on with the R alts, or the R plus start menu alts there, like getting the original Daytime Siege available I was so happy because I understand why the PM team like made the Sunset version, but I missed the daytime version of the stage. So having that was really great. As for Bowser's, it was a development for way too long, I'll say, but it was worth it. I don't have an answer on. So something we did in the Art Plus Discord. I'm gonna try going back. We have like individual channels now for things, and as when I joined, it's something I kind of insisted on because it was like just getting too chaotic to like have just a stage Discord channel, and like maybe 3 or 4 stages were being worked on. So technically I can go back to the Bowser Castle Discord and I can kind of tell. Generally it gets made shortly after like work seriously gets started on it. Oh my gosh, I keep scrolling up. I'm going to like June 2024.
And the layout for Bowser's, like before it even started getting like the visual work, was just like an idea I had, just because this layout had never been tried before in any iteration of PM stage list. And
yeah, and like
making the stage
really
not just a traditional tri-plat again gives it a very unique flavor. And even though some people don't like it, it's some nice variety to have as an option for sure.
Yeah, and I think people weren't always a big fan on the emblem being raised in the original. Okay, so I would say around February 2024 is when we kind of started on some Bowser work. So whenever Bowser got released, which was much later, someone could do the math on that there. But it was a while, I'll say that much. Oh, here's a question. Is anyone ever going to change the behavior of certain CPUs so they don't SD? Not necessarily art related, but I mean...
Maybe one day. It's very limited by like memory constraints.
Yeah,
because SpongeBob was trying, but we just don't have enough memory in the Nintendo Wii family of systems to have that work the way people would like it to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the end of it.
Yeah, there are more important things to have in memory at any time, because we only get so much.
You think of game dev
on the Nintendo Wii.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ian, I'm Lael, in case you missed it at the start there. Unbanned Brinstar, legalize Lilat. Yeah, that's some good some interesting opinions. I'll say that. Some good discussion. Has there ever been discussions about Battlefield and SD having original designs? From Greg. Yeah, like kind of what we discussed with like PMFD. Like if we ever replaced it, could have that at some point there, but it's just it's a lot of adjusting people. Oh, here's Dory Yoshi. This is a great costume.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite shoes.
What are those?
The Crocs. I mean,
there's not enough texture space to like put little charms on them.
Is there?
I don't think there's enough texture space for that.
Yeah, well, maybe it could have, but it's perfect as he is right now. Yeah, like this is kind of funny in that when we made the Gonzalez Yoshi costume, like this one kind of looks kind of the original version kind of looked a bit plain in comparison. So we went and just redid a bunch of things to like the shoes to really look better there. Such
You know, the
such a fun
special
game.
egg designs too are pretty cool.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
egg designs. I also want to talk about the Gonzalez egg design because that was kind of a. I can't believe it was so simple. Like we didn't think of it earlier. Like a lot of the Gonzalez Yoshi designs previously had like orange egg and green spots just to like knots.
It was based more on how the egg appeared in Thousand Year Door, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was more that they wanted the egg to always show the team color in like in T plus and others. Like they always wanted that there. Yeah, at one point I knew the egg. If you know in the egg in Thousand Year Door, it has like 4 colors on it, and so I thought like, could that be cool? And I tried like, one, it's not very feasible to do in modding, but I got like a test one there that would have broken how we did eggs to begin with there. But it just in motion it looked really bad because it's like 4 colors on white moving really fast. And then just realizing, wait, let's just do orange and white spots, and then like it matches the hoodie design. It was so simple. Like I can't believe nobody thought of it beforehand. And you know, speaking of stage alts that were redone, like, isn't just this the most beautiful stage ever?
It's so
like,
good.
It is.
a dream.
And it basically the visual and the like functionality changes on this basically like revitalize pod as a legal stage. It's like legal in a lot of places now again, so pretty nice.
Oh, that's always great to see. Yeah, and it runs just as well. It's not. It doesn't lag. Like it's got like as much reflection as we can afford to do in Brawl.
Yeah, trying to do like character reflections would be a bit too much.
Yeah, like all the effects, really good. Like I went back to the original PM one there, and it was like just night and day.
Yeah.
In terms of everything there. And
I love these trees especially. They look like the texture work on these is insanely detailed. Just looks so
That should work
modern.
on like a. That should work on like pretty much everything is.
yeah, and the
pretty
stars
good.
in the background, like I forget
Yeah.
who did it, but they rendered those out and then turned them into 2D textures. Like so good. On that part there, like just a brilliant work. I'm lucky I even contributed like 5% on the stage. Really glad, but I did fix the grill on the front, not being it didn't on Melee. If you look, the grill on the front of the stage is not properly like it doesn't latch properly across everything, but this one does. So there's like a section where it doesn't do it. But yeah, really wonderful stage. Okay. So I do have, well, I figured we'd go for about 2 hours at most there, and so under that we have about half an hour left.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk? Do I want to show off what I have as our little special teaser for the day?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to share my screen on Discord there, Moto. So let me get that. How do I do this? So I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna share Blender. So Moto, you're gonna have to tell me when I'm visible. Just let me know when the people can see me at this
Yeah,
point
I'm
on
gonna
my
do some
screen.
OBS trickery real quick, but we'll get it working. I love doing OBS trickery. It's my favorite activity.
Oh, for sure.
Can't wait to do it next month at Blacklisted 9.
Oh,
Go to Blacklisted.
nice. Yeah.
If you don't
Have
go
a
to
show for
Blacklisted, I'll
Blacklisted.
cry a little bit.
Oh, well, I'm not going. Sorry, Moto, I can't. try.
That's okay. If you,
But
if you
for
compete,
those who can,
you should go.
okay, yeah. Well, here's a funny story actually. So, I did actually go to my area's local for the
I did
first
see
time
that.
in a long time, So funny story happens. Obviously I went 0-2 because I'm not a good player. But in my second match, I played a guy. I could find his username there later, but he was clearly more of a melee player, but he joined the P+ bracket for fun. And I could kind of tell he hadn't really played P+ that much. He auto-selects green Game & Watch, and I'm going to go, oh, you're a Game & Watch player? And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, oh, did you know they made a new costume for him recently? And he's like, oh, they did? And so he goes like, oh, this is cool. He's like, so he just starts playing with the new Game & Watch. Like, I'm playing Ivysaur, and obviously, like, I'm not a competitive player. I get my butt completely kicked. After the first match, I saved the replay. He doesn't know why I'm doing that. It's on my Wii as well.
Yeah.
Because I brought mine. I played the second match, and like, you know, obviously I did. I think I got 1 or 2 stocks off him in the second match there. But like at the end, I go, I didn't tell you this, but I made this costume. I'm part of the art team, and this is the Game & Watch costume I made. And he's like, what, really? And I'm like, yes.
You got
And
beaten
so
by
he's
your own
promised-
son.
I know. And so he said he'll play that green Judge Game & Watch in my honor
Nice.
from now on there. So,
Okay,
so that's
you
my
should be
funny
visible.
story. I am visible. I can see on the stream there. So this is something we're working on. I think let's just keep it our secret on this stream. Don't talk about this anywhere else, people. And don't presume it's going to happen anytime soon, what I'm about to show you, because this could still be a long time out from us. But without further ado, I'm on Blender, if you've never seen Blender before.
Welcome to
And
Blender.
I'm just gonna zoom out. Da-da! Da-da! Ooh, the camera.
Preparing the Krabby Patty. No, we kind of are though.
Da-da! Oh my gosh. Look at him. Mewtwo is being revamped. 4P+. Eventually.
Eventually.
He
There's
is
a lot of animation
complicated
work that
character
has to
to
go
work
on
with.
behind the scenes here, so it might take a while, but he's getting there.
So, don't reveal this to anyone else. This is a secret just for you people on this stream. And
It's
if
a secret to everyone.
if anyone posts anything about, you know, let's use some other Mewtwo model, just smile and laugh, you know, and laugh to yourself, you know, if they post that on the Discord suggestions.
Yeah, just like we've been doing.
Exactly. This is a long ways out. You know, there's like, aside from the model and texture, alt costumes, which don't even get me started on where the alt costumes are in terms of this point here. But this is something we want to do, and we're again a small volunteer team, but Mewtwo will happen one day before we retire from our jobs in life in general. That's all I have to say on Mewtwo at this point here. And yes, Greg, you've realized our reference here. Obviously, I didn't get a camera pre-baked in, but you know, here we are. We're gonna do him, and we're gonna hopefully do him justice. But any last questions from the chat at this point here? So I'm just taking a look. It looks just like the movie. Oh, thank you guys. You know. Well, okay, Moto, you've turned off me there, so thank you for that. There, I'll just you know, I don't have anything else to really hide there, but I'm not sure if people saw the file name was secret_model because I didn't want to reveal.
Yeah, I
anything
remember
else.
that when you showed the screenshot of you after having prepared it.
Yeah, I wanted to keep them nice and secret.
I don't think they saw it.
But yeah, that's fine.
Someone asked earlier if there were like potential of revamping like they call it a veteran stage, but I assume they just mean like a melee stage. But I mean, we already did FOD, so you know that's yes. But
Yeah, we did Green Hill Zone too, and that was like a brawl stage even. I don't know.
It's
if
a lot
we'll-
better
we'll-
now.
Yeah, I just don't think we'll have it in us. Like all the others are pretty good quality. Like we're not really using any other melee stages
yeah,
on the.
there's a couple
competitive.
stage revamps still in the pipeline, but not anything like super crazy, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
All the ones over here have already kind of been done.
Yeah. For the one person who I completely ignored about the Mewtwo revamp question earlier, you're welcome. But that's why I completely ignored you there. And this may even have fixes for the leg. If you know, you know what that means there.
These things, I don't know if you're trolling or not, but go back like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you missed you had the worst bathroom break chiming if you missed that there, but oh yeah, file names there. So yeah, I can't always share my screen too much there because like well I have random things halfway completed here and there. So that's what we're up to there. Stanky Leg will be defeated. Yes, the Stanky Leg is. And that might be what our animators are working on just a little bit more because, you know, Stanky Leg, Mewtwo has issues with the leg, is what I'll say at that point there. But
Yeah.
he's
He's a product of his time, but it was so really good.
Especially when you look at his skeleton.
Yeah, he was so good. Like, you know, so we're again kind of what we were saying before. You know, while we definitely respect what PM did, you know, we see the limitations now. They get more apparent as they age, and this is just one that we just think, you know, time to give Mewtwo some justice in terms of what to make him perfect there and make him just, you know, as best he can be, you know, while paying tribute to what PM did before and trying to keep as much of the great work they did alive in terms of their animations, in terms of, you know, how they're designed for Mewtwo. So that's pretty much what we've got there at that point. So hope this was a well. Any other final comments from you guys there at this point?
I guess I'm kind of on my way out of like leading stuff in general, but our Discord is probably one place where I'll stick around at least a little. I probably won't do any like leadership or actually like making decisions, but I'll still be like around in that circle, and you might see a little bit of influence for me from the stuff that comes out, but generally it's gonna, you know, my influence will be scaled back a bit now that
like
most of the
Moto-
UI has been finished.
Like
There's one more place
Moto,
we're
I
working
can't
on right
say-
now, but hopefully at least the concepts for that will get done before I'm out.
Yeah, like you're just an all-star Moto. Like, you know, you're like you've done it all in terms of P+. So like, you know, we can't ask you to stay any longer. Like we're not gonna hold you hostage or anything. But you know, everything you've done, I mean, has been amazing there. And yes, we will have a hooded Mewtwo skin for sure.
Yeah, thank God.
We're gonna include hooded Mewtwo because that is canon. We are going to include Mewtwo.exe. We are going to include Mew.
And we're also going to include
Mew.
Project M. Wait.
We're gonna include Mew 3, Armored Mewtwo, Armored Mewtwo 2.0 with the cool like swish like mechy armor that they did in the remake of the movie that was completely unnecessary. So all versions of Armor Mewtwo are in, but I have no idea actually what's going to happen with the alts at this point here. But
I had a question on
in terms of that,
if we were going to redo the pause UI. Probably not, because it kind of already like works the way I would want it to personally, and I think it looks fine. Like we did add
the perfect update.
We added the music thing to the pause screen, which is the main thing it really needed.
1, go!
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially with the ability to, I think, there's a hotkey to reload the song, right?
Yeah, it's whole day
Something like
frisbee. Like maybe we could add that to the
Yeah.
screen too, but that would be
That would probably be the only thing it would need, would be to add that as, like, how we have the quit macro.
yeah. Most of it
Well,
is
look,
just
when we
like
had-
buttons anyway, so you know.
Yeah, when we add DK Bongo support, we're gonna need to change this pause screen as well to
Yeah,
include
DK
bongos.
And you gotta add bongo support.
That would be
Oh,
just
what-
an incredible video for someone to do, is like how people won a tournament using DK bongos.
Oh, wait. Here's the most important question I need to answer, I should say. I forgot to ask earlier. What is Smash 3C? I'm so glad you asked, Ivy Mage. So Smash 3C is my own group that I was kind of a part of before P+. It is a art style revamp mod, so it kills Brawl's art style completely. It looks more like Smash 4 and Ultimate. So a lot of the time what happens is, and here's a good example, like Pikachu Libre came out for P+. I started turning it into a Smash 3C costume, and then I found an issue with it, and then when I posted the 3C version, I updated. Oh, and that's Detective Pikachu. That's not Pikachu Libre.
I always
But,
forget what buttons these things are in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
so do
too.
I.
Yeah, but there was a small, minor issue that I noticed with Pikachu Libre's pants. So I fixed that, and I also kind of improved a small thing that kind of wouldn't be noticeable to other people, but I figured, hey, you know, I improved it on the 3C one. I might as well post it here. So I switch between those two a lot there, but you can find me on stuff. Moto, what a great final message there. Is that visible on stream?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Aside from that, oh, I forgot to mention. Wait, I'm just gonna say that you know, hopefully we'll get the art posts back eventually, because I love writing those.
You do a very good job with writing those.
Yeah,
I love
so-
every single one you write.
Thank you there, but you know, as more content comes out, and maybe once Mewtwo is at like feature completion with all of his alts and stuff, we'll do an Art Plus post talking more about him. So expect that in the next 5 years. At this point here,
Yeah, soon TM.
soon TM, yeah, for sure. But yeah, any other final words you guys want to say at this point here?
Well, it's a very interesting thing being able to be a part of this team, even if my involvement might be a bit smaller in some things. I'm just glad that I've been able to help out where I can with stuff like getting the polish for Link's Ocarina of Blade stuff implemented into the game. Like, getting the animations set up and stuff, getting the groundwork for polishing the Ocarina's mesh stuff, and any other thing that I've managed to be able to do. Yeah.
Well, Moto, any final art words you want to say for this live stream?
No.
Perfect. Well, honestly, I'm really looking forward to Blacklisted there. I'm gonna definitely watch it for sure. I mean, you're the king of P+, and like, honestly, you leaving is gonna be very interesting in terms of that. But I'm glad you'll be part of the art team there. I mean, we're gonna keep chugging along for sure, and you know, maybe eventually we'll see what other fruits of our labor are. A lot of people have been asking for certain things, both in the chat, DM, and in graphics, and all your dreams will come true one day, including Mew 4, Mew 5, and Mew 6, with the Mewtwo revamp. But you know, we're gonna do everything, and
we're gonna have all the Mews.
And I'm looking for my first paycheck still, Moto. Please, anytime you can do it, I'd really appreciate that. You know. I
don't
thought
know.
I was gonna get
you might have
paid.
not seen it. I did send your $0 paycheck already. It should be
Okay,
in your
good.
bank statement.
I'm gonna I'll cash that the moment I can, man. Thank you.
Excellent.
All right. Well, I think on that note, there's nothing much else for us to say at this point there. So thank you so much for joining us today at this point here.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody,
care.
and we'll see you when we see you.
We'll see you. That's
So long.
Blacklisted.
Go to
Bye-bye.
Blacklisted. Or Cry, I guess. What you watch
Or
from
your
home.
local. I don't know.
Yeah,
Go
also go
somewhere.
to your locals. That's also good to do. And probably
Go
easier.
outside. You know, for sure.
I mean, maybe not in this weather. It's cold.
It's
It is very cold.
Very cold.